Well, hello, everybody. Hope everybody is doing fabulous on this Friday evening. My name is C, and I'm the owner of CLM Custom Designs on Etsy, as well as YouTube, and my channel is All Things Crafting. So, you know why you're here. We are here to hear from our latest entrepreneur, but we're going to get the housekeeping out of the way. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything that I do, which I drop these videos every 2 weeks. And of course, I also have crafting content on a weekly basis. So do that. Eventually, I am going to be having this as a podcast over on Podbean. It's coming.
Nice.
So keep looking for it. It's coming. It's coming. I don't know when, but it's coming.
That's all right. That's cool.
All right. So now that we have all of that out of the way, let's get down to business. We are here for Miss Andrea Church. So tell us, Miss Church, introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Girl. Well, I am the fine and fabulous Miss Andrea Church, and I am with Mary Kay Cosmetics. I am an independent beauty consultant and loving it. That's all I can say. Loving it.
Okay. So how long have we been doing this?
This month is 4 years.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Okay, well, so let's go back. What got you started down this venture of cosmetics with Mary Kay?
Well, just keeping it real and upfront, I had no idea, no business, no way, shape, or form, any way, had any idea I want to do anything like this.
Okay.
At all. None. And so my cousin said, hey, I want you to go with me to this. I said, okay. I'd always seen people with Mary Kay products have used it for years. Their skin has always been like off the hook, and she said, I can get you everything you want for this little price, right?
Okay.
I said, well, I'm a person about some deals.
Understood.
So I'm just like, now let me see. I want this and I want this. I want this. And it sure added up to a whole lot more than the kit that she was telling me about, right?
Yeah.
And even got a nice little bag to go with it. So I was just like, I can do the math.
Right.
So I'm doing the math. And I said, I'm going to do it. Didn't think nothing else about it. Didn't think nothing. I was just going to get, personal products and,
Sure.
COVID hit.
Oh, okay.
COVID hit. And I thought, well, why not give it a little whirl? Maybe I'll keep my mind busy.
Yeah, we needed something on that time.
Yeah, because when I first decided to just grab the products, I've been through some rough spots in my life and didn't have a lot of self-esteem. I'm a lupus warrior, so I have issues with skin, and I thought, well, that's going to help me all the way around. So then when COVID hit, I thought, like I said, let's give it a shot, right? And it has been one of the best things that I could have done for myself personally, growing as a person and learning to love me.
Okay.
And then being able to share that in my struggles I've had with others to hopefully have the same kind of effect on them.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you, I have a hard time believing that you didn't have self-esteem and wasn't loving yourself because, girl, if I continue, there's not an ounce of that. What Mary Kay did you right then? Because it got straight.
Thanks. Thank you.
So were you someone who wore makeup all the time? Because I always think when I see Mary Kay people, I'm like, they probably been wearing makeup since they was 4. It's just
I've always wore some.
Okay.
But nothing like anything extravagant, and I really didn't know a lot about it, how to apply things and different things. I think one of the things that attracted me the most about the company was the emphasis on skincare.
Okay.
Because if your skin's not in halfway decent there, you're going to put some makeup on and you're just going to look all jacked up.
Right.
Because it doesn't lay right. It's just like a canvas, if it's not smooth and clear, it's just, So sure. I really appreciated that aspect of it and the education that was given me because I knew some things, But man, the classes that they offer and the terminologies and the how the skin balances this way or that way, or if you get posed with a problem, this is how you can go about it. I'm very highly impressed with, actually, they call it the MK University.
Okay.
That they actually teach you different things about skincare as well as makeup. And it's actually called Color Confident. That I shocked myself, really, because I was like, and I had this like what moment, because I'm used to paint a lot in school. I do artwork and different things, and I knew like things that complemented each other and everything, but crazy me never really applied it to like makeup for whatever reason, and it was like, I'm going through stuff, I'm like, okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. So.
Gotcha. A lot of people say that they get into Mary Kay because of the skincare. A lot of people definitely like the skincare. And also, I love what you said, that it made sense to you. You knew what all you wanted, and when you looked at the cost of what you wanted versus buying a kit, it just made sense. But also, realistically, a lot of times you do that just for yourself. I'm gonna get the kit and I'm just gonna get the discount or whatever, and then it turns into something completely different, right? So sometimes you're not looking to get into business, the opportunity presents itself and you kind of stumble into it, and voila, here you are. So you said 4 years, so yeah, you kind of got into it right when COVID was just about to hit, huh?
Oh honey, yes, everything was virtual.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did that impact you getting started in the business right at the peak of the pandemic?
I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. And I think it was hard for everybody because nobody had used the platform, the social media platform, as much as, that we didn't even know how much we were going to have to use it, and so there was a lot of learning curves with seasoned consultants, much less a newbie. The support from the girls as a whole, as well as the company in itself, built confidence, because the essence of the company is like, we are women, you are strong, you can do whatever you put your mind to do.
Okay.
We believe in you. So with that being said, you got the boost from everybody. And then we're all learning together how to do social media and how to do things from a virtual aspect. It was difficult. And I had to really reach out to some of my people because I didn't know anything about like online vendor events and, now how do I take this and I can't get this on somebody and, that type of thing. So I did a lot of mailing.
I can imagine. However, like I always say, it was a blessing too, because we got to reach out to people in areas that we probably would not have had access to otherwise. It certainly was intimidating, but I think once we got over that and kind of realized that this is the way it's going to be, because initially we thought, oh, this is a temporary thing. But once we kind of settled into, okay, online is what we have to work with, it enabled us to be able to access people and places that we didn't really would not have had access to normally.
Right. Oh, I totally agree with that. Girl, I have met so many people from all over the world and have met some really, really good friends that have come out of that from that. In fact, I was associating this afternoon on Zoom with friends from the Amazon and Ecuador and Europe and, different places. And we've just connected because of the virtual platform that I would have never met otherwise. So I totally agree with that.
Gotcha. Totally. So you mentioned it was hard. You mentioned you're in the throes of COVID. How does your business begin to pick up? Like, when would you say you really started getting your footing and, being able to do the virtual shows and the things that you needed to do to see a result?
I think like any other business, it takes a minute to build a customer base and to get comfortable. We're always encouraged to start, just to start, try, And I would say because of the virtual, more so, there's a lot of networking involved, and networking consists of building relationships.
Right.
So with that being said, there's not always sales that come up like automatically, because I don't know about you, but I do not want to be that salesy girl.
Right.
It does not need to be a complete QVC at all times. You need this, I want to be able to bring something to somebody that can benefit from it, and in order to do that, you have to get to know a person. So I would say that for me personally, and because I have health issues as well, as I mentioned, it kind of limits me as far as association and actually getting, physically around people and things. So it may take me a little bit longer to see a huge result or a slight result, whatever. I'm looking for any result.
Right.
Than it would for somebody else.
Gotcha.
So I would say 2 years, I really started seeing some, things grow. It's not a quick process.
Right. I think no business is a quick process. And I love that, because a lot of times on social media and just in talking to people, they tell you all the wonderful things. This is great. I got this. I made this. I did that. But that's not the reality for most of the people out here in business for themselves, right? Mm-hmm. There may be that one person that blows off of a certain thing, but that's really not the norm. So I like people to really understand that when you're looking to go into business for yourself, understand that it's a journey.
It is.
It is not a sprint, and there's ebbs and flows. Sometimes it can be really good and you're high, or it can be really low. So realistically, exactly, it may take longer. But what I always say is during the time where it's taking you a little longer is a time, like I'm sure with you, where you're getting more familiar with your product.
Exactly.
You're taking your classes and, doing all those things. Like you said, you're networking, you're trying to develop a base. Right. So it's not a time where you get depressed and stop your business and say, oh, I'm not making any sales. It's just you work on other aspects of your business other than the sales piece. Right.
Correct.
Go ahead.
And I was going to say, and thinking and having that, your cheerleading squad, you got to have a cheerleading squad. And sometimes that may not come from your family or your friends.
Say it again.
It may not come from your family or friends. Just saying.
Yeah.
But you've got to have that boost. You got to have that cheerleading. And I really appreciated that since I've started. I haven't had that, we all have that boost that we get from people, but as the whole group and even the company, I'm just like, are y'all for real? Because it's like it's always a cheerleading section. And even if you can do a little or a lot, it doesn't matter, because the focus is on the individual. And what are you wanting out of your business? Let me see how I can help you with that, And then, like you were saying, when you got that downtime, you're listening to people. I know one of the things I really love about our website is shows the ingredients of everything.
Okay.
And so I had this lady say, well, I'm interested in da-da-da-da, but I'm allergic to coconut. I said, okay, all right. She sent me a list of every ingredient that is considered coconut.
Oh, wow.
Right. I went in there and actually could do the investigating to find out which products that was in so that she wouldn't get hurt.
Sure. That's important.
Action from it. And so little things like that on your downtime, when you've got an opportunity to do investigating or whatever, as you're networking, to me, that was priceless, because what department store are you going to go in that's going to be able to do those things?
Right. Well,
things that you're looking for yourself.
Yeah. And when you're in business, you got to find something to set yourself apart, because let's face it, there's Ton of people doing Mary Kay, ton of people doing everything, right? That doesn't mean that there's not enough people out there.
Exactly.
But you got to figure out what makes you stand out. So if it's that personal touch of, okay, let me know what you're allergic to, and I will go through all my products and let you know what you can use. So whatever that little, finesse is that you give that maybe somebody else is not giving is definitely important too, because that's what's going to keep the customers coming back. And even if they don't buy anything, they're going to share that with someone else and say, hey, this is how she operates. You know what I mean? So when they're ready, they'll come. So that's definitely wonderful too. So you took the 2 years to learn and to do what you needed to do, network and all of that, find your base people, because you definitely need, as you call them, cheerleading squad, not only to cheer for you, but also to say, okay, don't do that. Don't
exactly.
Do that. Yeah.
Get you out of your head.
Yeah. Sometimes we're too close and we can't see what other people can see, right? So if you trust them, then you got to listen to them. But so now we're on year 3, and now you're starting to see your efforts kind of really paying off. What is your business looking like now when you're at that year 3 mark?
It's still steadily
at that point, right? COVID's kind of lifted and you can now see people.
Yeah, right? A little bit because of my, like I said, because of my circumstances, I'm not able to as much. So it's still a challenge because personally, I love the try before you buy. And I think that's very important that somebody does that, because we waste too much money as it is when we go, oh, that shade ain't looking right or whatever, things costing too much.
Absolutely.
So it's still a work in progress. And as you know, as a business owner, you have to decide for yourself how much you can put into it and how much you need to pull back. So with me being, to me, I'm getting there, but I'm a slow journey here. And a lot of it is because of my own personal health issues. So I'm seeing the progress. I still get those moments that we all get.
For sure.
But then I get the, oh my goodness, that gift that I just bought for my niece or my granddaughter, they loved it. It was just so great, So it's growing in a lot of different fashions that keep you trying,
Well, slow and steady wins the race. That's what I say all the time. So
exactly.
And like you said before, it's the type of business that you want to have. That's the beauty of being in business for yourself. You get to choose what that is. If you want to work a couple hours a week, you can do that. If you want to work a whole lot of hours a week,
exactly,
you can do that too. So that's the beauty of being in business. When you have a 9 to 5, you don't have those options. You got to be there 9 to 5 every day. So
that's right, like it or not.
So I love the fact that you don't allow your challenges to stop you. You just work your business differently. Yeah. So, people who have health conditions or other issues that may be thinking, I can't do that because, that requires too much, or I can't go around people and be in person and things like that. They just need to figure out how to work their business a little bit differently so that it works for them, but still work it, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So if you had to think about where you are now versus like when you guys started, can you think about maybe some things you wish you would have done differently? That now looking back say, man, if I would have just did that a little bit differently, or maybe, something you wish you did that you didn't do?
I think it would be, the biggest thing I think would be communicating.
Okay.
Because with business being virtual and being online, I don't think I talked enough. I don't think I asked questions. I don't think that, because we were all learning how to do it at the same time.
Sure.
I think that if I had treated it more as like I was in person to begin with and just had those conversations more, I think it would have made a bigger difference in results and coming, seeing different things. But I think too, some of that was self-esteem and how you feel about yourself and your confidence levels and things. So I wish I had the confidence I had now then. you know, and then get out of my head, I guess, basically.
Got you. So you mentioned that you don't get out a lot because of your, health condition. So are you still doing the bulk of your business virtually?
At the moment, yes. And I am getting out more, but right now I'm dealing with some family issues as well. And so I just try to have things on hand with me, like just to hand out to spread the word, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak,
Mm-hmm.
that type of thing. So then I just forgot what you asked me.
That's okay. So how does your virtual business look? Are you
Yeah, I
doing
got
live?
you. Okay,
Are you doing
okay.
live shows on Facebook? Like, what does your virtual business look like?
Yeah, it's I do a lot of Facebook and Instagram, and I'm doing vendor events like online that are able to kind of post at parties or however you want to call it, or silent hostesses or shop my parties, which is a personal link that you can just share with people. So I'm trying to use the avenue with virtual the best that I can, and just trying to build a base and
Yeah.
connecting with people, because that's what it's all about, period, is connecting and conversing and trying to get on a good regimen that I've got content going out on a regular basis, and and scheduling and trying to be visible, because if we're not visible, then Facebook don't work right
Right.
anyway if you're not, but
Right. They can't find you if you're not visible, that's for sure. And consistency, like you said. I mean, if the people are used to seeing you at a certain time and then and then you don't show up,
yeah,
that's a problem too. So yeah, I would definitely say consistency, because
yeah,
people are out there, they're looking, they're scrolling, they're, whatever. So they're
yes.
just waiting to come across something that definitely piques their interest. So do you do a lot of lives where you literally are just, coming on like we are and just doing lives with people, or you just
I'll be honest with you, I need to do more of it.
ah,
And that's just the truth. Now I have done a few. I have done them. Yeah, I think sometimes balancing how I feel that day and trying to get past that to do this and to do that. Uh, I'm still a work in progress on that.
but
But I do feel that they are very important to get to do, whether it be a reel or whether it be a story or just something that is more visual and a real, alive, like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm not just a picture. I do, you know,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. That is
But
so
my ultimate goal though is to really be around people more when I
okay.
can, and I love to be able to connect with people. And you see, I'm crazy anyway, but I like to be around people. And I'm like, I just want to be able to be in a setting, and I know that it will come. I know that it will
Sure.
come with my health and things, but I just want to be in a setting that will say, "Here, slap this in your hand, tell me what you think." You
Right.
know, that type of thing, just as a relaxed, something you mentioned earlier about being in a kitchen atmosphere. I just love that. I love that,
Mhm. Yeah.
and to be able to share something that I know has a lot of research behind it, that has a lot of testing and a lot of all these things to make sure that what's being distributed is in your best interest
Got
as a consumer. And of course, try it myself so I can say, yeah, that did pretty good. I'm liking how that works now,
yeah. Yeah.
But
Then did you know all of that about Mary Kay prior to, like, is that why
I,
you wanted to buy the products? Because
I
you
did
know
not.
oh, okay.
I did not know all of that. And I was so surprised to find out what kind of woman she was.
Mm.
She had such a huge heart. And for her, because it's been 60 years. We're going on 61 now that she
Okay.
started. And she was retired when she started
Oh wow.
business. Yes. She worked in big business with corporate, and she helped so many of the men's companies to make money, right?
Okay.
So she was like, I need to do it for myself. And so when she retired, she did. But she had a message, and I did not know all this about her. You know, she was instrumental in starting direct sales and businesses from women, period. And that has just, you know, snowballed through to today, you know.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but she was a oh, what's the word I want to use? It'll come to me. So she supported happiness and safety, and
Okay.
she believed in women. You know, no, you do not have to put up with domestic violence. No, you know, when we're gonna help fight cancer, we're gonna help keep you and your family safe. You don't have to stay in this position.
Gotcha.
And she gave that message far and wide. And one of the other things that I appreciated was that she believed in that faith should be first, then your family, then your career. And she's like, I can show you and give you an opportunity to do that and be self-sufficient.
Gotcha.
And I
So
thought that was amazing.
yes, yes. Sounds like she really supported women for sure.
Yeah. And then when I found out all the science that was behind a lot of that stuff, and even to this day, dermatologists and different types of doctors, and you know, there's little fields of this and that, and how this came about and that came about, and I'm just like, whoa. And then to have 100% satisfaction guarantee to back that up, I was like, that's pretty cool. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's important because any business that you get into, you have to believe it. If you don't believe it yourself, it's going to be very hard for you to sell it to someone else.
Right.
So to know the history and the background of what her company stood for, because again, you might get involved with a company, and then when you realize what they're standing on, it might not align with what you got going on, right? So to be able to find somebody who aligns with your morals and your beliefs, and then also to know that it's a good product, you know, that's just awesome, because if you don't love it, you can't sell it. If you don't love it, you can't stick in there when it's not at its high, right? So for you, you know, like you said, you're going slow and steady. So the motivation to keep going is because you know it's a good product. You love the product. I can tell from you talking about it, you absolutely believe in it and love it. And I think that's awesome because, you know, it's the worst for someone to try to sell something and you're like, have you tried it? Oh, no, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You have to love what you do. And that's how you get through the rough days, and there are rough days. Sometimes there are rough weeks. So,
yes.
You definitely got to love what you do. So I think that that's great. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, another good thing about Mary Kay is you don't have to keep inventory. Right? Yeah.
Now I got a few little something back here, but it's a lot of it's mine.
Oh, you're your best customer? I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
But no, you do not have to have an inventory if you do not want one.
Yeah, because you guys direct mail too, right?
Yes, we actually do. Yes, we can. You can order online and it'll come straight to you, and I don't have to do a thing except push the buttons, and that's a beautiful thing right there. I'm just like, hey.
Yeah.
And another thing that I like it too, that I have to be very careful with, very careful.
Okay, I'm listening.
Is because I have my own business.
Okay.
I can decide if I want to gift something to someone. So I can decide if I want to take a portion of my commission and give another person a discount, I can do that.
Oh, okay.
So the company itself does not run sales. They don't do things like that. Each individual consultant has that choice to gift someone else part of their check.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But like I said, you got to be careful because you don't want to give away all your profits.
Yeah. That's for loyal customers, especially ones that buy a lot. I understand.
Yes.
For sure. But it's nice because it sounds like they give you, you know, a lot of leeway to structure your business kind of the way you want to.
It is.
Yeah. So I do know that it's that aspect of the selling, right? But what about the building? Because that's part of Mary Kay too, building a team. Is that something that you're trying to do, or you stay more on the sales side? Where are you at with that?
I'm a little of both.
Okay.
At the moment, I have 3 team members, and I'm very proud of them. They're doing nice, and they're all doing their thing. They're just all doing their little thing, and I am not focusing per se on that.
Okay.
I want it, but I'm not that pushy girl.
Okay.
So I try to keep my eyes open, keep my ears open. And if I see the person and I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh, that girl's got it going on right there now. And she's got this, she's got that. I might need share a little something with that.
Okay.
And so that's what I'm trying to keep my eye out for and listen and look, because everything is not everybody's fit.
That's true.
So if it looks like something that could make a difference in somebody's life. Now, I'm not keeping it to myself. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I'm going to talk about it and share it and just say, hey, have you ever thought about that? Hey, but if it looks like it could be a good fit, I just feel like that's the kind of people I want on my team.
Exactly. And I talk to people all the time, and I'm thinking it's a two-way street. Like, okay, somebody might want to do this, but you need to find out whether or not you want them on your team.
Yes.
Because you don't just want people that's just going to sign up literally just to get the kit and not do anything.
Right.
I mean, that's fine, but you need to know up front, like, what they want. So I always tell people who want to come on, you got to interview them too, because I never forget, I was signing up for this class, and they were like, well, we got to have an interview. And I'm thinking, why? If I pay for the class, I mean, you just take my money and come to the class, right?
Right.
And they were like, no, because we don't just want anybody in our class. We want people who are going to like work the program and do the program and make us look good. I was like, oh, wow, but it's true, right? You want to make sure, because they are a reflection of you.
Yes.
So are people going to be saying, okay, well, what's her leadership like? What is she doing with her team? She's not motivated. And it doesn't have to be that. It just means the person doesn't want to do it. So you need to be selective. What they say, all money is not good money.
There you go. That's right. Yeah, that is so true.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's good. You got 3 team members. And so
yes, I'm excited.
That's wonderful. Shout out to the team members. Before you know it, you'll be in a pink Cadillac.
You never know. Stranger things have happened.
There you go. So
I have such a good support team. My director is just like, she is so fabulous. She's so on it, and she can tell like if you're having a bad day, and she just knows the right thing to say, or there's always affirmations. There's just, things like that, just encouraging you to be the best you that you can be.
That's great.
And we have a blast, and my teammates, and we just have a good time. We like to act a fool.
That's important, having fun, because sometimes that's all you got. You don't have to tell, but I can have some fun, right?
Exactly.
So, for sure, you should be definitely having fun in whatever it is that you're doing. I firmly believe that. So I have to ask, and I ask all Mary Kay people this. So do you not go out the house without makeup on, or do you just not go out the house without your skincare?
It depends on how I feel that day.
Okay.
And I will say that before I started the stuff, I was very vain and self-conscious. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Just there again, going back to, all that stuff on the inside, and then dealing with the lupus, and I was like, okay. But after starting in, I could see the difference in my face. And there's one item that I cannot live without any longer, and it's called the under eye corrector.
Okay.
And I literally can use it under my eyes for the dark circles, and I add it to different places that I may have that may be a little bit red here and there. And I can actually put that on, dot it, and I am actually okay to walk out the door.
Okay.
I feel okay to do it.
Okay. Okay. I was just wondering. I know, like, a lot of hairdressers don't always have their hair done, and it's because they're so busy doing other people's hair. And they,
Yes.
Same with makeup people. Sometimes, they don't always have makeup on. But then
Right.
The opposite of that, where they're, they won't go to the mailbox without makeup on. So I'm
right.
curious where people fall at.
I'm not all the way to diva, high maintenance girl. I'm not all the way there. So I'm still trying to get a good comfort level.
Well, you certainly got them eyeglasses and that jacket matching. Let me just shout that out because they are dead ringers, and I love a good frame, so I'm here for it.
I know, right? Right. I have to confess, I broke down and got those magnetic ones.
Nice!
Yes.
Oh my goodness! I've only seen those on TV.
Yes, I love them.
You love them? Oh my! So does each look? We're so off topic. Does each how many selections does each pair come with?
You get to pick.
Oh, so you can get as many as you want or as little as you want.
Yeah, you can, and they come separate. So you just decide what you want, and they ship them to you, and then you're good to go. You just buy a base frame, which is the clear base is the base.
Yeah.
And they have several different shapes and all that. You go through all that stuff.
Nice.
And I cheated. I got the frame, and then I went to Costco and got the lenses put in.
Okay. Well, you know what? If you're like me and your eyes change every so often, that's the best way to do it because you be buying expensive frames all the time. Okay, yeah. I didn't even know you could do that. That's good to know. I thought you had to order the lenses and everything from them. Cool.
I know, right?
Yes, I am loving it. Oh my goodness. Okay, great. So, sorry, I got off topic.
This is how we roll, y'all.
Right, this is how we roll. Anything could be happening. Okay, so where do you see your business going? What would you like it to be?
You know what? I think I'm very simple. Right now. I'm very simple right now. I think I would just love to be able to take my husband on vacation, that money that I earn, to go to a seminar. I want to do that at least one time. I have little small things that I just would like to do for us.
Yeah.
And then to be able to have a little, do something for somebody else. We're always looking for ways to do that as well.
Gotcha.
As far as I don't have any huge things that I want.
It's okay. I mean, I love that because not everybody is looking to be a millionaire or own a yacht. Some people just want to go to conference, and that's
exactly right. Right.
And I'm sure your husband is perfectly okay with you paying for a vacation.
He would be thrilled.
Yeah.
He would be thrilled.
And my husband is in the chat. I'm sure he'd be like, and I would like it if you paid for one too.
I know, right? Girl, I was like, we're going to be married 10 years next month, right? Oh, and I'm just like trying to figure out, now, how can I I got to get a plan. And, because we got a trip in motion. And I was like, oh my goodness, I got it. Let's figure this out so I can get this happen and make this happen. And we're still working on it, but that would make me happy.
So is this what you do full time, or is this your only thing, or do you work also a 9 to 5?
No, we don't work at the moment, and so this is like my little side hustle type thing, and and I think sometimes if we have to depend on it, we work a little bit harder. So I am in that retired phase, I guess you would call. And so, sometimes I have to motivate myself, get up, girl, get up, do something.
But you know what? You can plan it out. If there's a trip you want to do, you work a little harder and the month's leading up, and Mondays, then you can relax afterwards. So again, the beauty of working.
It is.
Yeah, that's how it works. My husband's in the chat talking about, I would be thrilled. But don't get any ideas because
that's right. That's right.
I don't think I would be doing that. But I love that because you're right. You don't have to have big goals. You love what you do. You love the product, so you let it do what it do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So great. I mean, you're not opposed to it if it blows up, but if it stays right where it is, you're good with that too. So,
Yeah.
but that's because you found something that you loved.
Yeah.
So, again, what they say, do something that you love and it doesn't feel like work, or you never work a day in your life, or however that saying goes. So, yeah, I totally get that. I love that. So, tell the people where they can find you if they're interested in products, or if they're interested in joining your team, or they just want red hair. Tell them where they can find you.
Well, okay, if you want the red hair,
I start with the important stuff.
Got you. We got to keep things important here. Oh, goodness. I'm so silly. Well, if anybody has any questions or want to reach out to me, you can find me on Facebook. I am under Andrea Church on Facebook and Instagram. I think it is Flawless MK Faces on Instagram. Okay. And my website is scrolling across the bottom. Mm-hmm. If anybody would like to check it out. And the only thing that I ask is if you have a current Mary Kay consultant, please reach out to her, because one of the things that is very precious to all of us is we like to be loyal to each other, because we don't want to take any money away from anybody's family. Because us girls work hard now. We work hard and we're trying to support our families, and we want to encourage each other in that fashion, and just keep it. I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I love that. I love that. No poachers around here.
That's it. That's it, girl. That's it.
Person. I totally understand.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that, because money's not the key. Loyalty is what we're looking for.
It is. And I just appreciate that so much. And you're just looking out for a person's best interest. It's like it never grows old. The golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And that's one of the mottos in the company, not only just our everyday life in our own selves.
Right.
Most people believe in that, and it's a good way to be.
It is, and we need more of that in the world, because some people ain't really get the memo. So
I know that's right, honey. I know that's right.
So that's for sure. So I love that. So if you don't already have a Mary Kay person, Andrea is available. She told you where you can find her ad on all platforms, which is wonderful. You got any parting words you want to leave with the people? Anything that you want to share that you didn't get a chance to say, or anything else?
Well, just believe in yourselves, guys. We women and men, because we have men in Mary Kay too. I didn't know if y'all know that. Okay. They have families and stuff, and they support their families with it, which just blows my mind.
Okay.
Because we do have some Mary Kay men products too. Okay. But just believe in yourself and give yourself a chance. Sometimes we feel like we're in a place in our lives that we can't make a difference, or we can't change circumstances that surround us. But even if you take that one step, make that 1% change, things can happen. And don't sell yourself short for giving your family a blessing in itself. So if you need some cheerleading, I got the crew. I got the crew, man. I got the crew now.
For sure.
And if you have anything that you want to just ask me about, ask me. If I can't find it, honey, I'll find out.
Exactly.
Right in the right direction.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely correct. And I always tell people there is no perfect time to start a business. If you wait for the perfect time, you'll always be waiting. Sometimes you just got to jump in.
Yeah, that's true. And that just made me think of something. Just to sign up, $35 for just a virtual, just even if you just want to say play with it for a little bit.
Yeah,
can't beat that. I don't think.
Right. And it's free to ask questions, even if you want to ask questions and find out what it's about.
Yeah,
it's absolutely free. So check it out. Absolutely, yeah. I would have to agree, and I'll say the extra emollient cream is like so good for the
Girl, I
winter
had
time.
on my nails tonight. I was just like, God, this thing is dry.
You know, speaking of that, I saw your, I don't even know what's called, a live, a short, a reel, or whatever. But when you was talking about the lip stuff, girl, I was you cracking me up. I mean, I see you as a comedian. I'm like, I can see her on the stage with a mic. It's cracking me up. When you did that, I thought to myself, oh yeah, that's when I knew you was the firecracker. When I saw her, I said, oh yeah, she's just a home girl. She's just telling you this is what it is.
It's right.
So I absolutely love it. Check her out. Oh, that was on Facebook?
Yeah.
Check
I
out
did
her
that.
Facebook. Her little shorts on the products are hilarious. So,
Thank you.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So it's been fun. I have enjoyed my time talking with you.
And thank you so much. I really
Oh
appreciate it.
no problem. I love networking. So we're gonna stay friends because I'm telling you, when I need a laugh, I'll be calling you up because you are just hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
So thanks so much for the people who were in the chat with us.
Yes.
I totally appreciate it. If you've missed it because you couldn't be live, you can catch it on the replay on my channel. So go and check that out. We are going to end our live tonight. Serena says, thank you, Andrea. My husband has had a blast. So we have enjoyed it for sure. I'm going to end this live. Andrea, if you could just hang on with me for just a second.
Sure thing.
Bye.